Section 2, why is STEM important? Now that we understand what STEM is, let's learn more about why it is so important. When students participate in STEM lessons and activities, they are learning vital skills that can not only transfer to future jobs, but also help them socially and throughout their everyday life. The first set of skills STEM teaches is creativity and experimentation. STEM allows students to think about using science, math, technology, and engineering in creative ways. Students get to experiment and try different options to solve problems or dilemmas in their own unique way. Just like in life, we know that there are often many solutions to a problem. It is often not a one-size-fits-all when it comes to relationships or even issues that arise at a job. STEM allows students to think more independently and find creative solutions. STEM activities also create an environment of resilience. Often, students and adults become afraid of failure, but we know that failure is a part of life, and sometimes we learn the most from our failures or when things don't work out the way we want them to. When students work on STEM activities, they have the opportunity to fail, but also able to learn from their mistakes and try again. Let's think about creativity and resilience in this example. A teacher gives a STEM activity where students are to use a variety of materials to build a ship that can hold 10 pennies without sinking. This is a great STEM project because students are using their understanding of science and engineering, along with some technology and math skills, to create a boat. Because the teacher provides many different materials, students are able to be creative. Some may use plastics, while others use cardboard or even duct tape. Students have the opportunity to experiment with the different materials and see which will be best. Finally, if the students select a material or build a ship in a way that does not float, they can learn from their failure and try to improve their boats for another try. Another reason STEM is important is because of the team building aspect that comes with many of the activities. Often, students are given a task in which they will work together to create a solution. We know that students have to understand how to work with their peers and communicate their ideas and knowledge appropriately. Whether we're talking about relationships with family and friends or working with coworkers, we know these social skills are extremely important for students to learn. Finally, STEM encourages students to show off their prior knowledge. When given a challenge or a problem to solve, students begin STEM activities by thinking about what they already know and building on that knowledge. If we go back to the boat example, when selecting a material, a student may decide against using newspaper or paper towels because they know that they've had experience with those materials in the past and that they wouldn't hold up against water. Another reason STEM is important is because it develops both the logical and creative sides of our brains. A student who experiences STEM education tends to be more innovative and a critical thinker. He or she can apply what they've learned to real-world problems. High school graduates who have experienced STEM often transition easily into higher education or careers. STEM also helps students become gainfully employed in higher earning jobs for today and tomorrow's workforce. We've already discussed that STEM instruction leads to real-world application. Students are able to do everything from build a custom table in their home to solving a complex problem at their job. Another important part of STEM education is that it helps bridge some of the traditional gaps within the STEM fields. Historically, females and individuals from certain ethnic groups have been underrepresented in the STEM workforce. When all students have the opportunity to participate in STEM education, they are more likely to enter those types of jobs because they know they can be successful. STEM instruction also broadens students' career interests. For example, students may not know they have an interest in computer programming or website design until they've taken a class that allows them to code a robot to perform a certain task. As they become more interested in coding, they become aware of the jobs that exist to fit that interest. We have now reached the end of section 2. Please answer the questions before moving on to the next section.